Mane fa say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there o say dem yopo.
Honorable Mahdi Mohammed Jibril, Deputy National Director of Elections and Haruna Mohammed, Deputy Director of Communications, Pilgrims Affairs Office Ghana. We have lawyer citizen Ato Dadzie, General Secretary GCPP in the house. Council Agwaba. Boko there.
Oh, Yamanadu.
Muye papa. Pacho you sumame.
Muye papa.
Two nini.
Muye. No, I say.
Oh, Yamiadum Boko. Brother said back from Kakras. You need to just watch and see.
And see.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry for that.
Rabbi Minchio.
Majoso.
Minchia. It's a funasha from Pimpuma. Dina, would say. The citizen show. Zera Brenner's away friend that has a me baby away friend. Because commander of the airwaves watching commander maybe me from voters ID card.
Hey,
my crowd builder say in the year to aba come I ready me say to aba. But more me day in there.
Tingaba 20 ahwan.
Oh. In fact, the MPP for you from Bono was saying, Wakafu for ba, Moshe Dr. Bamiana tweeted.
When you are the name,
Papa, Pamino, the name, make us say, Papa, my ID card, man, ready. That's if there is anywhere he will be found on the ballot paper.
Why?
About tweeted.
Why?
I'm not saying about the phone, 1 shitty, 2 shitty. 1 shitty, 2 shitty.
What do you say?
Phone 1 shitty, 2 shitty. Utia 1 shitty, 2 shitty, 1 shitty, 2 shitty. Let it the phone.
So either way. Probably.
Abo blow shit. What toilet crowd went too easy? The people of Abu blow shit. What toilet in the crowd can went too easy?
No, but the hope for them, they say. At least GCPP will come with a new candidate in 2028. NDC will come with a new candidate, CPP, PNC, whatever party. So, Baumia and I'm marketing more in terms of branding, definitely by 2028.
Yes, they've marketed him so well that he is known for toilet. They've marketed him so well there. He's known for deceit. And I make a sure there. Toilet away those in crowd when to win see. And some more catch he gets when we in man.
Hey, what's what I can fast mambo? He get. Why not me who on the page? I say Yahira Kuku and
he gets the not open for the digitalization man.
Samira Ajeta Retro 1 shidi 2 shidi 1 shidi 2 shidi.
Commander, they really branded him well. It's still on CNO. So if that is the brand they've given him in here, we feel there was another Babium 2028. They should come. In fact, they should bring him. Ghanaians say you're free that.
1 shidi 2 shidi.
Yeah, you're free that. We still have the receipt and we'll play it back always.
To what point?
Commander, you see, it's not propaganda. It's not about propaganda. The truth must be said. Send there Omampeyu Kufuor there na wada. Yamanitirunkwa. But sama unkomo zinu is being played. And I was one of the people on the pay on your sister station, class FM America there. I respect Omampeyu Kufuor. However, even though Mubana about there, I mean, when he's speaking the truth, we should encourage him. But a problem I have in there, at this time, the information is given to us. We would always have integrity. We would always respect leaders when they speak at the time. But
I think say yeah Ghana for that we are very timid. We yentimi hwe so obi di nkwasi asem yentimi hwe anim nka nche say look nkwasi asem na would no.
But commander, you do it, and in the Arabia say akade, you don't do blind loyalty. It does not matter who you are loyal to because your loyalty belongs to Ghana. It's about to paying them no. Inyama bi nkwe ya. It's one consult to Nkasa. It's President Mahama don't know one consult to Abutu Makasa.
I am shocked because you see me support it. Senya politics kaminim John Mahama. Kaminini ni bibia eye na ho fama from NDC ni ne record awo ene mama wo gidie wo ni mu. So me no kwa koduru baby na mu se no ade no baby how dey fa no emwa o man no why should I follow you? Because you ngrofo a omo follow Kufuor wie ni presidency no kura na bi omo hu ni bio for the past 15 years.
Exactly.
Okotra ni fie, we small okotra ni fie.
Exactly. At the end of the day, fuel price what's about to know unsunsado. Fuel price in your man penyin bi no bobu o man no troka na fuel price okosura or affect ye nyina.
Kufuor say dey no media say Kufuor suban ne dey me
You can't tell me that somebody did not consult you until when you even know that thing is going wrong. And so for you Kufuor consulting.
Na nti DPP no sun kombe consulting.
So for you Kufuor consulting, but she was bold enough to speak against it. So why should we have a leader who has influence in the party as a bikasa bimute and you were silent? Then they catch you finding.
No, but the danger is that on says be a per se body dim papa. Oh, with your honor yepa. And that is politics of deception. Yeah, yanuna dia bedru.
No, but yam bunny dimpa. Answer make a show. I mean, them dimpa ni yambo. Because if we're a leader and you refuse, what's it?
Well, just imagine, say, and
also pay not in a film worrying and can so worrying and come for
or can be. And just imagine, says, and Yamian Pata, and then Kufuor shave or mine. And Kufuor ni mu.
Oh, yes.
Banking
that is the pain. That is the pain. Inti for me, it's not fair when we have leaders who can speak. And I always say that, you see, young paying funny because they've been quiet and watching the king walk off naked.
So I say, Omoka one I say Obi na na Omo. Woman
anyway. Oma it's true. Sadly, it's true.
Ato Ghana sika nyina ye free central government central bank the omuwia taxes a omuwia nyina no e wo fie 4 se 5 pemu Ghana sika ye wia edi ebi wo ahimfie bia from Togba Feda ahimfie to Nairi to Tumfo to wine e wona se sika nyina akọ e kwai.
It's true.
Would have been a politician chair even 100,000 Ghana.
Hey. I'm simple.
When they steal the money, be no de ko tuatua him for no. Diakano ekwa asofufie. Right? Diakano kwa asofufie. And I know who say Duncan Williams wo ye power glory Dominion Isaiah said ye. Me yana me promise me no yana me dwene me ho pa na politicians yako pack cars na ni transa kakra na say and akwa bagie gum na ni wa den na free say ya kabote aloya and we want papas or see a frako be say Papa Samuel say Papa why they are say John Mama so Selma, your friend say Selma. You all know free. It will be before Papa Selma. in Nigeria ni Azafo ni bia. Before Papa Selma will speak, you speak John Mahama, make happy and let us rose on our feet. Kasi asem say ara budi o. Kasi asem say sa me dampam na me sa na masere na. Kasi asem say ya na masoro na mko masoro dem. Na makwa akosom. Kasi asem kwa. Tiskani bi wo nkramo dem mosque. Omu wia ye no mu di kum adwenini wa wia sika no di koto nantwie akwa saraka wia sika wo mu fra no se mota mo nyina mo ye no mo ye fasting na mu wia ide ada ide fetel odi bia to ebi wo chief imam fie ye no akron no sika no no ko sira chief imam na ni t-shirt chief imam nsase din because wo ye bibi papa bi okwa wa prom jarabi a white wasiade nkwa wa no atolan cruise akoma omo yi zongo for boys metwofo no otumi tom ne ne makomo omo enti osore so okoba bi pe na zongo for nkola no so ahihia de sika ahihia omo no mu di nachi jimisem kwasiasem kwa na kakra kwa akonfo no akonfo ne ya omo nya kese akonfo ne omo nya kese because on say politicians no mo fere say bi hu so okokonfo to omo no omo kona najo nti ne bansere ketua bi ne danasene odwan kakra de obenya awe na akonfo so omo nse da nim ka papa bi asa oyusu land cruiser ne agye ne ho no de akoma konfo no no nti omo dini saa no a saa koteso e nyina di bi wi a na kakra na aka no na agya media fo no agya media fo no yaso yere na mase no odi wanya awia na mambini proproman na agya ye media fo yi bu wase yakun tokwa honorable we wonya ndisi ni o oh nanu kro cassette ya o
okoyini tu
honorable guy ni show no kra nya de nanu on say yes stories no honorable they say me di soro kra kwa news ro mo ma menye o editor no yere on crofo ti eya yeso akre vedie nti ensem kekasa and media for asofo kankramufo akonfo om ne diska no
it's true
scanning wo media for ne na say media for say ne langas for na adwuma ye ne langas for na adwuma oh bema enti krono no de enya de ato obi ba be ka say to betwa na say adenoa because one ka we Christmas we says that way 20th 22nd omo anwa ayi friends say Sakis na omo mienu da ho ene commedia house is die me 20th me twen
wampa
me twen na ja kakra mo wi mmam bi ne kakra mo afai adi wotiam wo wantiam wo wafa edi ada be di de we anse ja mam kakra ni na me nko alaji akwaba
ya me juso
boko de
ya me ado me ho ya papa.
Okay, so Kwame, let's do this for but quick one and then 1 year certain ra na 7th, right? And then a year on the 8th. So it starts but quick one this who to say
1 year anniversary of NDC.
I feel said now we're here for where were you?
Number 1 of East.
Oh, okay.
Yes. On the 7th, 8th, 9th, number 1 of East. Eddie Kamaminchia, 84.
Omo Joso.
Maminchia also commander Natia Madam for.
Senior.
Citizen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Commander 1 year anniversary of Ghana from the January to 1 year, at least every Ghanaian who lived the era of Kufuor, 8 years, will tell you, say, at least Nyamiadumo, because what you see, to see the real life Ghanaians.
Pepper them special.
What you see, so Now Bibia Pro Max. To the extent that even to walk freely and speak freely was a crime in this country. So, in as much as we thank Allah for giving us this day, we would not hesitate to also thank the good people of this country for voting out Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP and bringing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Obaya obesum oman Ghana pen. Osan ba se obesum oman Ghana. And yes, Obaha osan ba se obebokro. Why yepen? And that is why Ghanaians felt say he is the only savior. Yedini Sabaye. And indeed, na yawo hamu bebri. So to begin with, na nim the economic challenges na ewo oman Ghana. To the extent that who call markets, yes, who kind of seek against Nema over Kwakoto. You can't just get up and pick 500 Ghana cedis. Say, oh, Kodijuaba. You need to know, say, Mikohwa, Sika Ekrome, Metomato Jane 5. Now watch Jane 5. Metomato on 2.6. Now watch Jane 2.6. Automato Pepe, Tengana. Na ya kind unimsa. Those the neck kind pepper back 5 cedis and 3 cedis. Until so if you are the type of Jenny pa and pepper pa, and I say you needed to at least be steady on what to never be brave. Na Mikayo say ukaya na me free achimotaba na me kura kenke banku sa banku na wejin chinye say na enya no kura we now 5 cedis at least say me jiga metima me once. But so Ghanaians have realized that time the economic hardship Nana Akufo-Addo ni na aban MPP ede efa no na enya ade na eso Ghanaians ni enu nti na yeto aba etia omo a yedi na John Dramani Mahama ebaye. So it is a fact largely no when you have this success from all those how up to now. Nobody will tell you say you would have to clap hands for yourself and you have to thank God for giving you the opportunity to live, because I thought that now those days you punch you and you are not you say a bit mad fear so true we are alive to see that Nana Akufo-Addo is alive and is home watching the good governance. It is very important to also note that look, Nana Akufo-Addo Otifia no onum no who say hey Ankaminima may see. We were in this country when he forced on Ghanaians said, I needed 125 ministers to be able to run this country.
Can you imagine?
Just imagine. He said, as president, Yapo, he needed 125 to run this country. Somebody has not used even half of it and he's running the economy. And everybody can boast, say, if I go to the filling station for the first time in the history, Mimiti Oman Ghana, I've never say Mikoto fuel. Measure liters rate. I'm telling you, I've never done that. It is Nana Akufo-Addo pension na mitas here. Yes, me bahana.
Because it keeps on going.
Me do well na me pound. To the extent that as we are watching the balls, no, so now we share we tank. There is you understand? To say you that petrol kakra can take you to the nearest baby. I will bet me a top well at least not a from. So this is telling you, say, look, if you are alive today, you need to raise your hands and thank your God that ultimately you free Nana Akufo-Addo, Mahama, Epenswa. You can boast of going to the market to buy 360 cedis rice. One bag of rice that can take you 1 month. Abra Nana Akufo-Addo Penswa who got that 1 month bag now who turn double of that amount. So it tells you that yes, God is saving Ghana. God is listening to the cry of the people of this country. So we thank him for that. And we'll get into the nitty-gritties of why Nana Akufo-Addo is suffering in his home. I mean, look, Wukaya, na a friend saying, then finance minister, na you can't, no, see, the people who feel, say Ghana is hot, are very lazy. What can I say? That they are not seeing. You see, look, that Ghanaians who feel say Nana Akufo-Addo is not performing are lazy. No, be musu can about if you are feeling said that things are expensive for gari. Wakai, even in parliament. So we can go and eat gari. You understand? So today we are not eating gari. We are eating polished rice to the extent that the farmers are guaranteed with their price. The agri ministry has raised over 200 million to go and buy buffer stock to go and buy the farm produce. So it is telling you that people who were there, the buffer stock as today, who can boast of a house living close to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or you're just a common CEO. Just look at where the chain homes, the amount of monies are papaya or this. So these people are using the monies that the taxpayer has paid to go and stock maize, to go and stock rice. When the need arises, then we can bring them on board. It is not for any reason His Excellency John Atta Mills establishing NAFCO, the then buffer stock, no, NAFCO. It was established under Atta Mills. What was the reason? The reason was that we were importing a lot of rice in this country, where the local producer or local farmers were suffering. Ready market and all that. So under all this spirit, or establishing NAFCO to be able to absorb near the leftovers and all that, so that in the event that we need it or what have you, we can also.
It's a full discussion.
We will look at it holistically and see how we can. We need, in as much as we are celebrating 1 year of good governance and 1 year of independence. We didn't say year independence last year. We year independence. So in as much as we're celebrating independence, it is also important to also begin to assess ourselves. I say the people at Flagstaff House, you said that.
Oh yes,
you understand? We need to assess ourselves. We need to also look at the people His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has entrust the power or share the power with, so that they would know Yes, it's very important.
Anyway, so Ato, Council, let me start with you. When you hear this question, now John Mahama Krawaya Day within 1 year. And they are in 1 year. A year on with election 2024. Any regrets or fulfillment?
I think they're a very good question. Irabri Muza Tugwa. Now, I remember very well in your own studios and then the studios of Class FM, because me as General Secretary of GCPP, a change of the MPP government is a win for us.
Really?
Yes, I said it, and I think Kwame but me receipt. I was looking for it. There was a caption Class FM did on me saying that a change of the MPP government is a win for us as a party. Once there is a change, MPP benefit. Into found the GCP once there is a change, is a win for us. And
so meaning changing one and more
yes,
whichever means who takes over,
it should come. And it was critical. And the second thing was that who takes over needs to be experienced. Onyekwa, the President John Dramani Mahama, or your president now. Commander, did you ever dream there? I'm gonna don't was yan shemani Ghana yen chair ye cow. We are not paying our debt too. Under them,
yes,
we were not paying yet cow yen chair. Now, a benya arabanu, yim there, a bara, a cow and wash out to him. Where are you going to get the money to go and pay? Especially when the government now on to economy seeking you. So where were you getting? So if you don't have experience, how are you going to deal with Ambanana with that question? And it's sad that people continue to say that this government is not spending, but we are servicing our debt. Where are they getting the money to service those debts?
This government is spending. Who said this government is not spending? What they're doing?
Yes, until American. That's what I'm saying. That a couple of the
relevant
is being serviced.
Areas, very good sectors for that matter.
It's being serviced. Before election, ekede yenye dumswa ma Ghana for complaining ya man apoka chen de obi anka no timetable. I'm on record. I still have it. I did my timetable.
We have dampo no medicine there. Impacho
I brought my timetable.
So when you are born put so at least we no so boy me to me compare.
Yeah.
And contrast at least. So to us or the two.
I submitted my timetable there. No, this is my timetable because it's the Yamfa Bimbra. So this is it. So we are not forgetting, and as we speak, abeyi be betina do no. Ina even fangwa we the bogu yen machines mama we to more power independent power producers go to power. Meanwhile, when they were coming into power, they came and complained that we have excess power capacity. And so when they were leaving, Bisana was JSS. When they were leaving, what did they do? Iba na one and the way to Iba Yaman and the Wazisiwa.
Energy sector, the current power cuts. Some people are saying that you made mention of this. You use this as a campaign against John Mahama, and now we are experiencing a worse situation under President Kufuor. Would it reflect in the 2024 election? Would it be something that people will stand on to vote?
If you are comparing 4 years, MPP administration energy sector is 300 times better than John Mahama.
And we are still experiencing doom so.
Nobody has said we haven't. I'm just saying it's far much better than John Mahama ever did.
You do admit that there's doom so.
That is the word you used. I have never used that word. I've promised you that we are going to work on it. And it's not a work that is a single event. It's a process. And we'll continue to work on it for the energy sector to become better.
Have you heard of calls for a timetable?
Ask those who want it to bring it. They should bring the timetable. If there is.
Energy sector, the current power cuts. Some people are saying that you made mention of this. You use this as a campaign against John Mahama, and now we are experiencing a worse situation under President Kufuor. Would it reflect in the 2024 election? Would it be
we experienced that Wakacha in our face, they told us in our face there, say, yeah, yesterday, a lights in our off and won't do one thing. When you into Yana, you complained that doom so was a fair timetable. We were told. Until you see, there are so many things say kada ye can see independent power producers. You know. When was the last time you heard that they are complaining that they are not being paid? In fact, there were always issues of shutdown, rubber. But now they are being managed so well. Emma, as we speak, the last time, let's say, update all the men there, we are not owing any of the independent power producers. These are those who are Oye Butentima they are working on is ECG Kawadawa or Shannon why they were clear. So as a man, we should be celebrating our gains. And I be your bay. Nko ombune nyongu dami yamani na do not start to be fufu.
But the argument is that by this time now MPP roll out or more a major policy the free SHS.
Any end. When we want to rush lifetime things with scoring political points. Yen humesia nezaya manyo we want to score political points any ende. On education I finishing you know it's raining. My yambo from be work and we go for academ.
Yeah,
we go for academ.
And I say Somebody for it, you.
Commander. Young woman, see, I'm from why. Woman, see, I'm from Boko school. Or what's in 1 month? No, I bet in a few 4 months. Only in Susandun, when you rush certain things, I feel the area them, they are too much catch your opponent today. Politically, I've won against you. No Susaduni. Humusua won't find yet the Michichimam, some partisanship, Humusua won't find yet, but you were doing it. Me, the first day we started choosing politically exposed people as spokesperson for GES, I knew we had a problem. Now, as a for no everybody. A crew of a question questions everybody. No, everybody. So, the woman she and I some technical directors here was a son. Just so that what the some. At the end of the day, you will and those things, those wrongs that were done are being corrected. The deficits are in a year war when it comes to our infrastructure. The deficit in the Rabri Mete Commercial Drivers Association of Ghana, right?
Okay.
What's what do man paying us? Because Fangobu na memoti. In fact, Okoya could do 24, 22 Ghana cedis, 22, 24 Ghana cedis.
I think diesel.
Commander, there was a time I parked my car. I joined Trotro. I joined public transport. We intentionally asked staff, the mom reports every day. Because it was so expensive.
I see.
Going up and down. It's not traffic in your chrome. No, you're there. Gibing to full on the price in Tina Kofu use worker and Tina traffic in your chrome. We've witnessed it. And here we're room free. Sometimes they think we will forget. We will not forget. We still have those receipts. We will play it back all the time. Because never again a Ghana or any we should not try it again. We've lived under so much pain. There, even beyond all the mahauni inana, kasa kakakra wakache yimpa monya butoyim. Relationship yimpe benya mo benya tenkapa obenya butoyim nukrano yo. We saw how our chiefs were being asked left, right, center. By force, or you know, sorry, my problem. We saw all these things. Meanwhile, the real discipline that we're supposed to have, which is financial discipline, we were not having. Into your be situation that we are in now when it comes to our exchange rate. Commander, bro,
yeah.
If we tell you the impact of the exchange rate and the savings that we are making, Commander, Nankano, Roko, Rwanda crya, $500. McKay, or man paying Mahaman Abedu about 2,500, 3,000 Ghana cedis. But my Rwanda ba $500.
That was 2016.
Around 2015, 2016. Bokwaba. Because 4 Ghana cedis, $500, about 2,000 Ghana cedis. Bokwaba.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite could do 16 Ghana cedis. Same around $500, 16 Ghana cedis. Oh yeah. I can't. Sometimes out of certain pain we have. But you see, in Kufuor, they were benefiting from the Minya or Kodun.
How?
Oh, Ghana, number one, Ghana Fibu, what's a Ghana to what foreign salary? They are paid in foreign currency.
Oh, okay.
Inti Ghana Fibu or Manyi Musisiana, war pay no oba in foreign aid. Into oba based on the exchange rate in the Edinya. Especially those working in the oil sector. Some of them working in the development sector, NGOs in Ibiowa, their pay is prorated in dollars. Inti based on the exchange rate, no, Bomo Kufuor and Okoshumo. And I be more they be an and Ghana them problem in no one benefit. It's because they are not happy. So they will speak against some of these things. But one way your man because if you don't think of the collective good, that selfishness, one was say your money. The person in Kwamia. But senke kano kwara inka amambua. This year we have 59 ministers and deputy ministers. 59. 59. This will make it difficult for any other president to come. They will make a justification why you should run this country with over 100 ministers.
Was setting standards, no?
And it's important. Standards are very important when it comes to governance. Because unfortunately, them standards there. We are dealing with political party manifesto. It's based on army manifesto. I hear this kind of ministers. That's why Nanado was able to do that. Oben Osinde is in a hurry. A man was sent. There needs to be work, so much work. Into Obo minister, yana watch ne Bobio na baby of fee the reason why into orphan. Mayanya a fish farming a minister of much fish farming. Eh? A minister of state in charge of procurement. When we have PPA, we have every sector, every ministry has a procurement department. So we've seen all these things. Until now, some of the things that President Mahama is doing is setting standards, is setting a foundation for them to work. Because say they can't. Now started the economic indices, in fact 2 years. If you look at your inflation now, 6.3. What? Did we even think it was possible?
Never. Even if not this soon.
So sometimes I am so good and commander, Mama you free there. What catch and there? Senko President Mahama no wa bem last year nka another obenya a year nka cedi no work more than 24 Ghana cedis. And I command one country. They told us. So what are you seeing now? And for me, it is so clear that if MPP had continued in the election with and the reason would be that Tanzania for Benin wa all the things happening in the sub-region, because anything that happens is a justification why there should be inflation. It's a justification why there are exchange rate fluctuation. BBI is a COVID in the Russian-Ukraine war, in the external factors. Everything, they never blamed themselves. How can you justify today? And then the penameka be that they were justifying the DDP 1 year now since Aben is enjoying from it. And I said that if you have a reckless behavior, recklessly you sleep around left, right, center, then you're STD. That's a for way draw. On Chada Yado. We do not refer in Chada Yado. It is a must do, because at that time, who recklessness no will lead you to that. So if we are reckless in borrowing left, right, center, now you did the Biancado, I did because I won't a year and they save the man. How do you even say that? Sometimes there are some of the justifications they make. What standard that was set in? So I bet you can follow them standard now. Ghana, we are dead and doomed. Because in Kabey Bay, you can also get those in national shrine. No, we invest $100 million into national shrine. That is the standards they set. That is the standards. Standard that was set in. That is what it is. Then Kabey, that's why I can't know. So I'm in a hurry. Or man paying Nanado, I say, or man, into me here a lot of ministers. Now after 300 ministers. That is the standard they set. So when we talk about resetting, or when I hear resetting, and that is why for me, I will continue to support that. That really Ghana needed a reset. We needed a reset. And I said it, and I'm not shy, and I won't shy away from it. I've been called names. I don't have a problem with it. Because at the end of the day, we will speak for Ghana and what Ghana needs. If we think the old baby that the resetting is not resetting, we will be the ones to talk about it.
Of course. Sharp.
Because at the end of the day, commander say me now we are femiza or chinobi be ya say and mat them is President Kufuor di Kufuor king. Because when we saw the thing going wrong, we were quiet. We will remain quiet. It's in there. The kind of standards that are being set is justification enough for me to believe that I'm part. So Mampeyin Mahama and Ghana Fubebre Wakacha Bambe Mahama de President Mahama Yam Fawa Mbede Beye Bibi Sunko. May I do bay in there? Come and stop the rot and recover the loot. Because they are going on a spree. You can't stop them. And some of they themselves in the ground, they say it, Commander, as we speak, one will be waka. Hey, young coffee, Yama wa no. Yama wa no.
Me Messia MPP Nibia. Oneba Umiana Mo Busam said in the NDC air train day. Obusame, Commander, microphone into the no more train.
And that's why, Commander, me, it's annoying for me when I see an NDC CEO and Munkoshe, you stole this money and when they say it, it annoys me. It annoys me. Why you no abeyo? Embrace Cherba. We want action and not just talk. Embrace Cherba because as we go, time is not on our side. Whatever we wanted to reset, time that the clock is ticking. It's ticking. So be no be 1 year policy, no be 1 year this. No, like I'm saying, the Ghanaians themselves are asking that what they need is the loot to be recovered. What they need is the bleeding to stop. And the bleeding has stopped. That is what we are recognizing. That the new standards are one set in there. It may abandon and make any justification there. I need more than 100 ministers. Now me that run on man. 159 regional ministers count, deputy ministers count. We are having 59. What justification on him or when? We've seen the exchange rate. We've seen fuel prices. We've seen the infrastructure development. Yarukodo. Iba justification ebenya there by 100 ministers. But in one day, say if there was standard I was set here, in Kende Ghana yen 500 ministers, nobody should be able to say anything. In Kende yes national shrine obi anyu edo kasa. Odi na yebo say yegum. Because that is the standards that they've set. I think one last one I will want to add.
Yeah.
Commander. In your day. Say issue generally people are enjoying what is called good governance. They have a leader who relates to the people and understands the plight of the people. Because what do baby na de kasa na for our they don't seem to understand the issues the ordinary Ghanaian is facing. It's when we had Yanko Crawford and Yambrofu walk picket to a finance ministry. We saw what the then finance minister said. We've seen that integrity is key now. We had a president who told us there will be no haircut. When I 2001 there will be haircut. I said there will be no haircut. Obekai. Straight to all of us. There will be no haircut. Adicheno. Na a back bush. Na Sakura. Left, right, center. No, what the man come from?
Thank you.
Madi abe mamen kanchen. Madi. Yem bi on hwehwe. Madi me do me voters ID card be. Then they are what to a bank mo to be. Oh, muntu ntia mo to etia ba umia. And I don't know nyi ballot. Onyi do. And
strategy the attack. And
I cancel
yeah, you know. When
so small you share.
was it all I got him?
oh, me attacking him po. Man, I ba woda. Into the commander open door you into the way ye fi man order ba wodun. But what attack the one him there me attack we.
Enya unko. Ora wa kwa.
Commander.
Boko there.
I'm not doing boko.
Good.
Me say my late.
Oh, don't worry.
But traffic between
yes,
police
easy.
Every day, isn't it?
In fact, I did AWS.
By Christmas we dey mo anye bibia ekruma bayire. Yes kuma se kura say no. Enyasim kuma unya ba bi mfa.
Wow.
Unya ba bi.
Na commander like I was saying because of also found go boninti. Obiya to do car.
Anyway.
Obiya to do car.
Anyway.
Because when fuel prices went up, no go fun to work alo. And now can you talk way? It's not chrome them, you know, but this and everybody obiya to the car. Obiya
Anyway.
is on the road.
Aaron,
Oh, yeah.
1 year on, here we are. Is it about regrets or
Hey.
fulfillment?
What's up, regret the young count.
Ah,
Maybe more regret here, Benny Nuance here. Cool attempt at a failure, but
can't you use microphone?
Obia neji say at least abam papa ba. Unam crow bia yes abam papa ba. Resetting agenda dia ekoswo every sector of the economy. Ghanaians are omutu aba ema NDC for 2 good reasons. 1, economic growth and sustainability. 2, job creation. 3, yabetuma the infrastructure aka. Na yambisa hu say the economic stability no ne hifa NDC atu forcing ediefa. If you look at the macro stability for the past 10 or 1 year, nobody will tell you. Because me found 1 year, me found 9 months. Because before the finance minister, it's like 10 months now. It's not even up to a year. But we are looking at Nema, oh yeah, ampa. Every Ghanaian now, Otu Obama NDC is rather rejoicing, but not regretting the actions. Medicain can say, if you look at the expenditure pattern of NDC and MPP, nobody will tell you is the policy implementation difference.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a policy implementation difference?
Mm-hmm.
Because now NPP, Eshada, Edi Omain Ghana as collateral, enriching themselves individually.
How?
That's the point. Sir, you are looking at the people in their face and you tell them that your taxpayer money is not enough to sustain your livelihood. Therefore, ye who taxpayer. And what is the tax? What is governance for that matter? The government is you and I. The taxes we pay. Okay? Nema ye internally. Now, Oforiata can look into your face. Ochre and say the tax we pay nukura is not enough. Therefore, mime kwako bo businya to the extent that your debt to GDP ratio. Na minu the taxes we pay. The per capita nukura no yes minu ko amanone eko bo businya eko bo pa ansa na yeti medika ma Oforiata to be able to service our debt. That's nonsense. So these people did not come to power to make Ghana peaceful, to make Ghana governable, to make Ghana a better place for all of us. No more click bia. If you are part of the clique, nobody will tell you Ghana is sweet. But if you are not part of the clique, no, trust me, yembimo, sa unim, commander. I thought that na me peja back. It is because I wanted to have a greener pasture somewhere as a Ghanaian and an activist for that matter. Ghana was not conducive enough for me again to stay in this country to fight for Mother Ghana. So it got to a time, say, the Mamono na ayewo ha no didn't have the belief and didn't have the confidence to stay in Ghana. And this is the only country we have as what? A Ghanaians that you can say Ghana belongs to all of us. But at the time, now 8 years back, Ghana belonged to about 7 or 8 people. Follow. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was brought in to salvage you and I. To make sure, say, the macroeconomic indices now, is reflective. What are the indices? You see here as we speak now, you are assured that the bank rates, dollar to CD, can be there for like 3 weeks without changing. You are assured that the dollar, the CD to dollar at the black market, Abochi, is stable for 1 month and you can project.
They will tell you, say, we're in your policy.
I'm telling you that if you don't have the policy, what does it mean? Even the IMF then in 2024 projected, say, before the end of 2024, the year 2024, no, the debt to GDP ratio was going to go over 90%. So if you near Ghana 90% of it, the 10% of it, this is to the extent that even you free to work and then who's after because end to end. And I mean what? Sapema and Kolebu is end to end, west and north. We be sorry anapa tututu eko by 5 no what's happen eko fie busumu wa just say kobo busi ansa na betu oka. Uti Oman Ghana. So these are the people we are talking about. So John Dramani Mahama, within this 10 months, nobody will tell you, say, when you go to sleep, you sleep with sound mind, you walk with sound mind, you eat with sound mind, because the fuel is guaranteed. The rice that you didn't know, say, you were contemplating ebia, because we were running a galloping economy. The inflation was so bad to the extent that you cannot project, you cannot plan, say, and you will get the same price. So these people, through Atuforsen, has taken us a path that stability and sustainability is key, which is the macro indices that we're talking about. It's very key and laudable. The job creation, say, we don't have a data when it comes to job unemployment rates in this country. But the expert will tell you, or the statistics projectively will tell you that it's alarming. It's alarming. It's alarming. To the extent that John Dramani Mahama can promise that Onuba, he's going to make sure that your friends, a 24-hour economy was going to come to elevate poverty, not to even create jobs, to elevate poverty. And I mean, these are two different things. We have elevation of poverty and then job creation. You can be working all right, but if the economy is bad at the time, like Kufuor, when you are paid 1,000 Ghana cedis, and that 1,000 Ghana cedis is like 100 cedis because you go to buy food stuff, you needed to top up some money before you can even get a 1 month square. What do you say? So this is where the good governance is experienced, and this is where we all know, say, Nana Akufo-Addo was a bad president, and ever in the history should we have such a person? Your friends say, Amutia and I from. What do you say? We understand. So if you look at how the economy is run from then and now, nobody will tell me. I don't say 1 year. I say it at what?
11 months.
No, not 11 months. When did we swear in?
7 January.
Yes. No, I'm talking of time the governance structure began to work. That's what I'm saying. Because say who quarantine dying, no one say end them. It doesn't mean you live in that compound.
Yeah.
The dying,
but they're real.
I'm saying they
start counting the
but I'm saying they agree. Say my rent dying. Even so, we have 100 days grace period. the 100 days John Dramani Mahama di Mai, 100 days. Can you tell me that he hasn't fulfilled all of them? If for nothing at all, mere cramoni. And then he says, say, Oba, the Hajj fares from 75,000 Ghana cedi will be reduced. Oba, that as part of the 100 days, he reduced it. And I mean, what? So if I don't know anything, he has fulfilled one side of it. And we are happy that as Muslims, he reduced it. Osanka say, eye dianya Oba, dumso levy. Obetisu. E-levy, obey. Within the 100 days, year now, year. He's taking it out. So they might be brave. He has promised and fulfilled them. But Yanum at the time made history of going to borrow money by organizing party. Me, if not, say me as a banker, for example, and I see my a client come to borrow money and take the money to go back and organize KNK or organize party.
That is serious.
I don't see how I will ever take you serious. How are you going to pay? And no wonder that the debt to GDP was, over 100% before Omukoye. So we're looking at how the economic activities then and now has transformed. He made sure again that all tax reforms are able to cushion the business environment, and for the first time that even though people felt that look, you needed not to even say reduce tax, but he did it. You know why? He wanted to bring everybody, the SMEs, on board, so that at least if it is reduced, one, I would make sure that I will be enrolled, and once I enrolled, I'll begin to pay tax. And you will get to rope everybody in to making sure that you will pay at the end of the month. And once you pay, and then you, the person who has come, the enabling environment will make sure say we will make an equity job for other people. So he's done that. We all saw what happened, and today contractors are complaining that ever since the assumption of power, Nana Kufuor era no mutuya contractors, but up till date yenyen contractors, and I keep asking people, I wonder, because the implementation of any policy would have to take account of what you have. And I mean what? Because if you just inherit an account and you don't take your time, the little you have, you don't know that people have left debt and you need to service them. You have other things that you need to do to make sure the economy is stable. And that is why we're talking about the sustainability. Because if you look at Niana Omuye, they did not have any records to whatever happened between you and I. So they were doing it, they were running this economy like Kelewule shop. That they come and fry one sack of plantain, asa, then they go back to the market. But this is Atu Forsen. He's saying that look, we have realized that the major problem of Ghanaian was how to live 3 square meal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major thing. So he decided to say no. And more now, 700 cities. Make sure say 300 Ghana cities. So that you are able to purchase it. But since you say contractors. A woman say the contractor is also a Ghanaian. But a woman say you needed to look at how much a woman bottom and say a tuya amount for yanum di omoka. You inherit the liabilities at the same time the assets. So if you look at the assets, and somebody will tell you that if you see at citizen Adazi, find out the liability and juxtapose that with your what? Your assets. That one will tell you that citizen, a rich man. So we saw people driving V8 here and there. Have you found out whether a Busian or Jikoto or Kodor rice or former Koba. So you need to look at all those things. Okodipa. So you're looking at what you have, and that is what NDC has checked and realized that there be Ghanaians largely are crying. You cannot buy foodstuffs. You cannot buy rice. You cannot buy and so many things. So let's focus on the stability, the macro stability first, which is what he has done. So next year, and that is why the economists will tell you the growth, which is the quantitatives and qualitatives. So you look at it quantitatively whether we were fit enough to meet the demand of our liabilities. So if you look at it and you are not able to, then you suspend growth, development. Then you come and focus on the growth, which is the individual. Make sure you grow the individuals. And once the individuals are happier, the economy will bounce back naturally without hassle. So the NDC has taken the path of making sure the economic stability through what the macro stability and sustainability is key, which will drive job creation. And which is what.
But they will tell you 1 year on how many jobs created.
Good. If you go to the medical can say, if you look at the statistics, and that is what Ghana has lacked ever since, we have not deliberately created a platform or a data that can tell you, say, we are having over 17 million people sitting without jobs. Nobody, if you like, there's no data like that. But they will tell you the percentage wise, and which is nominal. You don't have the physicals to be able to tell you, say, okay, we have out of this, we have 9, 10, 15 million people sitting at home without work. So if you look at those statistics now, nobody will tell you. So let's look at it holistically. Whether at the time MPP was in power, what was the percentage? So the percentage has dropped. That is what we're looking for. What do I say? So there has been growth, whether you like it or not. And I keep using me as example. Bankuna na midibahano. Today you go there, you see it, boom. It's big.
Really?
I'm telling you, Commander, you see it big. What do I say? The fufu that I used to eat 30 cedis today is 20 cedis. I'm telling you.
Really?
Why? We are living a liberal life. Oh. Nobody can decide where you eat.
Oh yeah.
Are you getting my point? Don't go and say that Kempiski, eat your 1,000 Ghana cedis and you come and make noise. Because nobody will tell you. Nobody didn't tell you to go. No, I'll be forcing you say kohonum. Are you getting my point? So I know where. Look, I'm not making fun. I'm telling you, say the economy has grown to the extent that as we speak, NDC inherited at the time. Look at the agri sector. What was the percentage? Today we are talking about more than 25%. You get it. You come to the service sector. Nobody will tell you. It's over 45%. At the time, what was it? Less than 30. So let's look at it. Say, oh, yes, 1 year on, what has happened? If you bring it close and look at then and now, nobody will tell you Nyame Adumo. And you are happy because you are alive. Nana Akufo-Addo and then Nana Akufo-Addo, Yewura Kama, pharmaceuticals. Wako. Nyame Nana Akufo-Addo wakuno. Wakuno. Waku Kama. Pharmaceuticals. What did I say? Because of that burden, we saw other Nana Akufo-Addo, where ex-servicemen line up on the streets crying, oh, because he relaxed the system for people to outsmart others. And he himself is a scammer. The government at the time, through finance minister, scammed Ghana under DDP. For the first time in the history, a demonstration led by a chief justice in this country. Yeah, who be that? Yeah. So let's look at it that, look, 1 year on, even though I disagree, it's 10 years on, 10 months on. There are so much that NDC has done.
Right.
In the area of agri, healthcare, what do I say?
So let me
see what this man Akukon Kitinkiti.
Yeah. So let me do this.
Ghana is so look.
So let me just do this quick. So our education sector, there no is it what no fee stress, right? No fee stress. All right, so you could see sa policy no saying the city we'll also look at free tertiary for persons with disability. Then I think the double track one was a kind. Oh, but double track the schools in there say even when you Google you will see the figures. Anyway, so these are issues. Then on the issue of gold board 2 is deemed as one of the game changers. Okuboy mentioned gold board, and for your opponents to raise. Okay, so we a time a binary implement no fee stress no first year tertiary students more grounds any. Then let's look at the free tertiary for persons with disability.
Tertiary for persons with disability initiative fulfills a pledge I made to the people of Ghana to make higher education accessible to all, regardless of fiscal condition or circumstances. Under this program, persons with disability who gain admission into accredited public tertiary institutions will have their fees fully covered by the state. Tertiary for persons with disability initiative fulfills a pledge I made to the people of Ghana to make higher education accessible to all, regardless of
Omampani John Dramani Mahama on gold board, another game changer. And where the Yango free Okoboy MP.
The good thing in this budget Emma Miniajipa the gold board. Obi Usha, for the first time in our history, gold are every small scale mining. I am more than large scale. In Cedar. Now, about 81.7 tons, equivalent to over $8 billion. Denti a gold board. Many June innovation is a Skawe Nirano, Anka gold board in Baya. A bit by reflected at Bank of Ghana. You can say half. Not the other half, no. Me boss account in particular nationals. Omo no mo di kwa or the city na ma ba dollar no into usual economics are you the current account balance. Uya ska sebi dear amanono ye di ma foreign money. Any wosu dear odi koto the balance of what you are, how much you are receiving, how much you are using to buy your oil and things. The balance is what they refer to as the current account balance. Positive, I just say unya more dollars than uko shoshedi tonyama. This means you have enough stock. Negative, affect you. Again, it also affects the trade balance. Because if you capture it well, say this is the amount of money you are getting and the tonnage, it reflects, say, skadudu awonya from exporting versus what? Importing. When you know, ebisu to me call reserves.
This is Okoboy on gold board. We have Nkukwan Kitenkete, Feed Ghana. So many policies are implemented, but for the sake of time, Honorable Madi, at this point,
Commander,
yes, Yanka say a debit to say on the 8th December. ye nu ye ho anase ye nya the fulfillment ya na ye hwehwe
Commander, I'm fa kwenya wanchia beti for ni omo hwe on Facebook so.
Das.
Commander, the obe nunu ho by this time MPP amuni abai mo. Say akwanya omo di ebu Ghana. Say omo tauto omo say they are the dawn of knowledge in Ghana. Ebe democracy omo bi ani ho. Ebe economy omo champions. Ebe lawyers omo ya champions. Sana omo dada Ghana for acha papa. Na 1.7 million gabo no. And a man for say man for sama bon papa. Commander me bana me tiu na o ka sem against omampeni dada Kufuor. Ama nsema wo ka say me dey be me ka say age bi ho bi ko do age no ka sa kasa wo say yam fa nkom pai bom ehwe the system mo because nsema wo ka on his birthday now be say waka on his sebio preparing for his death day ana na nsema wo ken kai say ne de
Ba onim de hoka
de be onim and abro
no
pass your episode from mama na me boni ye no
any boy
and abro because on can send in most part of his speeches in say your mo cathedral no o man consult no na we Nyankopon secretary na
you're the treasurer.
because Akufa don't say on Nyankopon agreement to build a church for him. So that you need to consult anybody. It is just a Kufuor say you consult na and you patch on Nyankopon secretary no.
I didn't hear the annual ya consult na wi. I was so waka. Say muda ho. And you the on consult o je. And I know where I want to say.
But on
I'm a day where I say on see.
One first scanner, one man scanner area no fancy, one first fancy. But Kufuor and Kasano, even in this case of Cathedral, we know it defended before. On my last rally, issue so be raised say, "Sir, Cathedral na ye be boy economy no." I feel like I say and consult no. So when he was defending it, say be boy economy na or can no infa. But Commander, 1 year on. Last year, say campaign 2024. Inyama opponent kan ye mekai ohini bi wo sehwe. Na ne ba eka mo contest ne ba a candidate for the MPP in 2024 elections. In some MPP eka any sign for ni bi eka any say. Ya tu abama John Mahama ye mpeni ama ye tunu. Say ba ma ba mpeni bi omdie eyemuso oman Ghana. I'm more mining quite new. And the offer side issues don't come to me say even within NDC club and for Akasa, Okakwendo, Okakwendo, Unipa Kwendo. Aye. Onuka say no man said the man same crew. Then MPP also start saying say in your man no ma share 200 amoya o man Ghana no. Abro no mudi Ghana no say ba be chance akrapo. Anybody say say about free education about betwemu. Enti wo behwe omo nante obi a ndisi won be choice free education mo on be chomu nti bomu nto aba ma omo. In fact e ka won na o che hine ka kire say omo be ka na na do asem say won yede omo ya bayifo. But we believed in John Dramani Mahama. We believe in the leadership na on say party ni nyadwuma to get the victory. Commander, and this is where I will take the opportunity to thank our volunteers. Make volunteers, a pooling agents, Juma December 7th. Make a training. And I'll bring you there. I'm bringing you there. That's why I started this way.
Yo.
Omo training. Omo training. Every fear, fire lawyers in Libya, free fear going to other district, training to all these things. Consul executive Juma Oye. Commander, offer party no 1 year on. Marimfa party government first. In the history of Fourth Republic, some they came to power through a political party. Even John Dramani Mahama was president in 2012 to 2016. for the first time a political leader be a when ya sakudro say let me build a political party and this era. Commander, this is a president between 9 months, 11 months and has given party officers an opportunity than any political party leader. Offer from the MMDCs, through the. In fact, this is the first time I say regional woman organizer. Party regional woman organizer, regional minister.
Really?
Yes. Pick up which me. It's the first time you're a woman organizer. You're GDA say you can be a minister. National. NPP. But the Meka region.
And you are talking about which minister?
Yes, East region.
Women
organizers. Yes, in fact, East region is deputy woman organizer. East region, a deputy regional woman organizer. Yes. This is that confident now on building the party. Because I remember as a deputy national organizer in 2016, one of the challenges John Dramani Mahama who said, we need elections from Professor Moss. About 2 system. He did some reshuffle. In reshuffle affect your mono. In fact, some of them fought even John Mahama in 2016.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, they fought him. In terms of what say, I do so be appointing me. You better Sammy. And all those people today, who's the same people now getting to research where they fit. They are working to those areas in their query. Because that time I catch a man for say, two structure. So if you don't understand, Obeka say is offending somebody within you. But in there, in fact, like I said, over governance now, almost 70% of party executives and running governance now. This is the first time.
Now, a trickle from.
Yeah, so far, and this is also why I want to urge all of us. Yes, however, we are also being not appreciative of what is happening. Commander, opportunities now echo on the ground. There are some people who will be talking, but in your opportunity now more pay. Or when you contractor pay you mon for. In fact, I speak to you, Commander. Of all the education yama, only me say a man for they say be couple to me don't fear because of this school placement.
I see.
School placement be no back of G forms. Mayam. One opportunity was here a binding yet. When this is new, because Omoko Jessica energy pushes our agendas, no. But Commander, when you come to the system, say your national executive, regional executive, council executive, and I'll be surprised anybody will say we are not getting to that. The government is not getting to what we want. Yes, some people are expectation higher. One, why there is expectation higher, Commander? Over the NDs who are follow the politics now from up to year 2000. In fact, say ye pe this year, constituency for Timetinasi. I can see commander will crow mu on where teacher free crew mu. Young governor in DC area. Executive. Because that time 2 issues. Either we don't believe in ourselves. And our more party executive position, Bebre have not taken advantage of the academic issues. But of late, constituency, the list in the constituency.
We are saying almost constituency executives are being made MMDC.
This time around, constituency be obi and free in the constituency. I go say DC obi will approach and DC because from the chairman to the last executive in the party, you have that capacity. That a friend saying education background say make me a DC in be. So if we take our MMDC across the country now, a constituency current others executive and as election director and these MMDCs. Unlike first Nankawa Bemua, won't say will be the MMDC where teacher near free baby a teacher. Because 6 term as because people the number of human resources no acquired adoso and a space no I feel na ye creative space because you can't get 2 MMDCs at the same time. In fact, that is why a commander observed there was one constituency in Volta region, almost 28 of executive and now apply for MMDs to be DC in the constituency. One constituency who only now apply it because only now more idea to show say MDC. And this is what the current government, account made. Offer other positions are yes. In fact, there are some people are first commander. You win elections but this organizer maybe say a pay Nadmo. But I remember in some years people were even saying we need power Zoom live coordinator. We didn't even understand what is it. But when say more appointment here, what's my certificate in sense our position now? Nanka say traditional no. And you agree? Because the standard no, and yes, standard no. I know the chairman, consulting chairman, I pilot, NDC. Consulting chairman, I contractor. The contractor, no, district no, I'm revenue no raising. And this person, you can imagine. They're not a man at that level. So if you don't look at him as say 60 man stand, that's one thing I believe. Say perhaps maybe we have to also start understanding the NDC. Say as we move from say Obeko constituency, chobe, but intellectuals and executive, but to our branches, Ubenya branch executives are lectures. Yes, your branches, but NDC party,
especially I think voter region.
Me say your branches, Ubenya say Obi Owa. So but because we are not talking about it, that is why our opponent they be almost sorry see omuko school say. But I think that we are getting to the point that they have seen the reality and that's a challenge. So me I will say that 1 year on with the government about party government relationship I think that it has been better. I can't hear my opportunity to be able to say you assume that since 2016 they were making before 2016 elections now, the government performed better. Roads, never way now. But that link between yana opportunity with them more boy. Because when you go down, the number is huge. Because we're talking about 40,000 plus as a branch, say be and now a pool agent or our branch executives. So how do we come to them? How do we get close to them? But also it's based on how to communicate the issues. I've said this thing also. I've always preferred using data to do my argument. Yes, we have about 40,000 agents are used to. But how far data no? And your agents na job ready because some of them are in school. If you are or in SS, I think I walk ni first year. And to offer the work on the first year this time around. Based on a juma power in the ye fees ama mobile free events in university first year more. So it helps that brackets every more. And that data no because we are not communicating, we don't know actually what exactly we are doing to our people. And I believe it's once we are getting to stability in the air because now we didn't know now the teachers now can see our form when you more. We says we are going to teachers so picking a new teacher you have to be careful because when we are the challenge here we need more. So offer if I say this road construction Pokwasi Amasama $70 billion now in there you two or no commander that discipline no okay I said nanka scan open scan now the man say fire say you nanka that's $70 billion what will you do for the economy? So there are things that we promise if we say about we will bring everybody to be say a opportunity but challenges in we admit first challenges in but 1 year we are here for in almost 1 year make I say the government has performed better and say because so far first 4 months na buy yes I say dollar ho asem include me no bi ND abroad Ghana that first 4 months no MPP are more than for their life no and they were MPP in disguise. CSOs. Who's your problem with Ghana? Who's the CEO your problem? That means that your dollar issues. So no say the way artificial. In fact, the first word artificial. Then CSOs no more. But we say American trade issue. World nintina dollar cedis. Into MPP artificial. United States say issues in London. I always say. Etra ye ban 7 months. I didn't quite stable no. Almost infinite gold no. Infinite baby to gold no. Yancha entina galam says no. Echo. So when you use this strategy, say oh yeah, they are baboya. They have the way they end this the opposite issues no. But I'm proud. Say 1 year, me 1 year. Young extended IMF. Young extended. Because those who understand how to manage the economy, no opportunity, extend it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm criticizing IMF not that, but they extended it. But when we didn't extend it. But at the same time, project, you know, you will need some
funding.
By Yanko. Because Governor also under Professor Moss, I will bring one of the major projects, steam corridor. Say for $3 billion.
China.
Not China, go back. In fact, the back do time because but nobody say no got to SU no. At the higher say ya engine to moi. And one professor so na mo from music anko.
I remember that incident.
But this is something. Idea yes say the road infrastructure at an eastern corridor. The big push at an eastern corridor project
10 times.
But yeah, anko obi o ka say you could use inference can free discipline. That discipline and MPP, I can say, Muntra contractors or Muntra because that must attack traps. Because all the contractors, most of them on MPP for. Yeah, Juma. So, Manson Quanta, on a Kufuor, any project.
Yeah, Kufuor.
Campaign. What to be said, I didn't galamse on Yamuso road. No, Juma to Amra. Trucks come China, open the Falcon for almost 1 year, to Amrabacon, so Moyejuba. But the government said that you make I want to see the project to be able to get it done. But me and no project I remember for fraud. What say my young man Penida? Me ma a dear friend say mobilization. What is idea how my panino commander? Say a project near mobilization. When mobilization we are on project. What is our need our capacity no me more project no. Then even within the same frame no crapo amount for a year ejuma without problem. So governments were in 1 year. Discipline now that say yeah. I believe say continue it in the next 2026. Say to be have manage your economy no your policies now no will get to that point that argument now say no it would not even come. You see, I'm not surprised said MPP in almost 1 year almost year more primaries they are not able to punch a hole in the government and none of them according Abeyifo campaign Akuronfo way because they have nothing against the government. They have nothing no because them pa na almost make say way amuye no enye commander then and na make say way amuye no enye because yes start here can someone Bukasi road and there or man penya ko see twice twice was see me mama 3 months me back after 3 months I want to see something because can me dey mama na Ghana for sika ampara so go do fact
that is governance
like about no Onim said now
so much monitoring o said there for evaluation
that monitoring sure who onim Bukasi in someone road no first time no year between White House above Fanko Bridge no so another could be is road no a commission edit canopy e could see road kwan so a commission na ka elections and I'm street light ebeto so and I'm di posters ebeto so say NDC omo di ebeto so a omo mpene. But today we have gone beyond it and ye shebo say ye ba ye be researching ye abro say na do ye abro ni dey say abide project na ye no so we can say me man ko so cement boy ko so e be affect you. Was in ba me continue. So just like a big push. So because in our road and come. Eh? And there yes our projects, you know. And this is what opens every country. Once this road is completed in 2 years now, you promise you know. Nobody will come back to me yes someone Pokwasi road bio. And we will go bio. We will not channel our resources to another area, sir. About development bio. And 1 year we did. 1 year, what we knew, say, and what we came to meet, you know, as some programs in the break. Nyankanya's idea would have by now gone beyond what we are doing. But even with this, at least the businessmen be able to say, or share treasure bill above from into other than this. And I got 2 banks, be no expecting bill, bill. I don't know with that. It's about 16% too, and who never be able to move. Now got that 25%. I'm out for Jessica. What was a pastors, interpreters, no more on my word. Or my collection, no like 2 treasure bill, 90 days, 91 days.
They flow.
It's all be I said, but last week, now meet here one of almost a business guru, Kwan Estates. Yeah, radio, so you started a winning power. No, I can say dollar issues now, no, artificial. Now, we never go see aga. Commander, only me say last week, I'm going to shout the same radio station. Or Casa, you be some dollar issues. Was say we did a good body now,
I see.
Yes. This is a form of the businessman. What's say a dear gold was? What's say? Like I said, they say dollar. Any infrastructure say CD. Until who did dollar, you are rushing to pick CD than picking a dollar. This is a businessman who always quote dollar to do business, and this is what we voted for. This is why people didn't sleep. This is why we sacrifice our time. Activate body cameras near night to us away who the far high far. Yeah, sure say ballot papers will print to a new town. No, start to a new town and a new town. Ballot papers no print to a new town.
I'm far baby.
Start to a new town, but a real new town. Uncle baby. Among for minimum candidate I see police stations. IMP before. Yet you almost go to the police stations election day. That's the kind of work, and that's why you will salute the party volunteers, because executive volunteers all over. Commander, a man for a juma, a man for a juma, and whilst I'm saying this thing, then I make I say 13th year the year final funeral right of Dr. Manibuama, Kufuor, Kufuor. On the 13th Saturday, and I be the final the family bet and I say it's already look back for me when I look back. In fact, Ndra and my wife I catch me say himself for 3 days man be me kai say 3 days to elections man be because you at that time you don't trust yourself to trust anybody who. You don't trust yourself to trust anybody. So, point now, I could do say, after that, if I within 1 year party, you know me and say and makes me happy. Say yes, Ghanaians are still believe in the government now. I had every election start. You go with and I catch them say, most ever try free education. You try free education more. You have project more. I dare to put to almost ever to Obama. They voted for us. We want to quit mining community. Baby, I say, was it against the mining community and not DB? In fact, they gave us more vote than even 2024 elections. In fact, highest vote than any friends by elections are Yako or Mayemo. Again, Yako Tamale Central. Political party can say debut. Ejuma John Mahama Ayano. We hear MP. Yako election without a vote, one man voting in that area. And 1 year, regret the Rebecca say, say NDC and I say Ghana is why regret on the issue. It's only to say that we are proud to say that we protected the system. In fact, the last 2017 NDC MPP winning elections. What you have and I was family for no. So we was for. And I'm the thing you so artificial. Say now do about papa any. But they say about die when you about from no. I'm say about Bronte yenteso.
This is another issue we'll discuss another day live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. One from Kakra Bedu says the problem in NDC now is those people giving the appointment. They should also try and create opportunities for the grassroots because they know the grassroots better than GM and the national executives. Okay, and I have another.
PENDREAM TV now so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.